One of my duties as a deacon at Mass is to say, let us offer each other the sign of peace. Before COVID, we used to shake hands with one another when exchanging peace. Currently, we bow our heads to one another as we say, peace be with you. Sometimes I hear people turning to one another, and as they nod their heads, I hear some whispering, peace, 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 peace. The peace of Christ that we wish to one another is that peace that Christ gives. Jesus told his disciples, peace I leave you, my peace I give to you. We hear these words at every Mass. We have heard in the Gospel Jesus telling his disciples that his Father will send the Holy Spirit to remind them of all that he had taught and said. We are getting close to celebrating the feast of the Pentecost, the day on which the apostles received the Holy Spirit. Where the Spirit is, there is peace. The first reading has talked about the misunderstandings which were happening in the early church. They were discussing on who should become Catholic, whether those who were not Jews needed to take on the Jewish custom of circumcision in order to become Catholic. The apostles had a meeting in Jerusalem to discuss this matter. And the church refers to this meeting as the first ecumenical council which was held. Whenever matters arise within the church, the Pope can call for an ecumenical council. The church has held so far 21 councils, and the last one which was held was the Second Vatican Council. Some matters in the church are discussed at national or diocesan levels, like in synods or plenary councils. We are having one taking place in Australia at the moment. After holding the council in Jerusalem, the apostles and the elders decided that there was no need for one to be circumcised in order to become a Catholic. It's baptism that is required for one to become a Catholic. The misunderstanding was solved in that way. The Holy Spirit is always at work to bring peace when there is a conflict or a misunderstanding. When the apostles were coming up with that decision, that there is no need for circumcision, the apostles and the elders said that it was the decision of the Holy Spirit and their decision as well. The church always trusts in the work of the Holy Spirit. When I was getting ordained to the diaconate in November last year, the bishop said, by the power of the Holy Spirit and the laying on of my hands, that's when I was getting ordained. I remember when I was little many years ago, my parish priest preached about the Holy Spirit. Recently, I was narrating a story to some of my friends who are in their 80s. I began the story by saying, when I was young, before I even began the story, they said to me, stop there, you are still young. So I had to change my statement to when I was little, and then the story went on. My parish priest when I was little in Uganda said, the Holy Spirit always brings peace. In case someone ever crashes with another person, the Holy Spirit is the one that helps to reconcile and bring peace again. Even in situations in which there is no way you can get in touch with that person after having a conflict, when we pray to the Holy Spirit, the Spirit can help to bring back the peace between both parties, even when there is no direct contact. The Holy Spirit can touch the other person and the amends can be made. The Holy Spirit is always there to help solve any form of conflicts. Therefore, we should always call on the Holy Spirit to bring us peace and to help us overcome any misunderstandings which may arise in our lives.